Today on Good Morning Maine, authorities are looking for the cause of a deadly fire that erupted in a camper in Harrington.
Plus, opening arguments are expected this morning in the murder trial for two suspects accused of stabbing a woman to death.
And the Salvation Army kettle ringers took part in a friendly competition to see who could raise more money for charity in a single day. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to everyone out there. We made it to the weekend once again.
Yes, sir.
Busy time of year for a lot of folks, and it looks like we'll have pretty good weather for it. Things will be warming up a bit over the weekend, a little cloudy after today. The big news, though, it looks like Sunday night there's a chance for a potentially strong storm coming through the area. Not expected to carry a lot of snow because of the temperatures will be up there, but we could have some very strong winds and heavy rain. So get ready for power outages on Monday morning, perhaps.
Yeah, the potential for them.
Potential.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's Devin Biggs with that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Blind Faith Tattoo. With over 25 years of experience, we are fluent in all styles, including traditional and fine line tattoos. Stop by for a free consultation from one of our friendly expert tattoo artists. We offer a fast turnaround and walk-ins are always welcome. As you get into things this morning, a gale watch is posted. Kind of saw this coming, right? With some gusty winds that are forecasted to take place over the weekend, though, and even in parts of Monday evening. So this gale watch is up because of active surf that will be forecasted as we do get closer. But for now, though, we're looking quiet out there this morning. We're going to stay quiet out there all day long with a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds, and really that'll be about it. Let's zoom things out. The entire Northeast is looking very quiet right now, kind of the calm before the storm, because again, late this weekend and the parts of early next week, a pretty strong system will move in, bringing us some rain, maybe a little bit of snow to a few areas, and some strong gusty winds that'll move through as well. But in the short term, though, we're looking nice today with a lot of sunshine. Get outside, enjoy it. Maybe a few clouds on the way later on tonight and more on the way as we head towards your Saturday. As for the winds, for now, they're not bad. Out of the northwest at around 5 miles per hour or so. They're looking pretty good as we head towards your Saturday, but they'll start to increase as we head towards Sunday and the parts of Monday as well. So for today, lower 30s, lots of sunshine. Northwest wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. That hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a lot of sunshine, temperatures in the 20s and 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. Fire marshals are investigating a fatal fire in Harrington. It happened just after 7:30 Thursday morning at 19 Becky Lane. The Maine Department of Public Safety says when firefighters from Harrington arrived, they discovered a truck camper on fire and a person dead inside. The department says that person is believed to be 40-year-old Carol Curtis, who was living in the camper on the property. The body was taken to the office of the chief medical examiner in Augusta, where an autopsy will be performed. The cause of the death of the fire as well is still under investigation.
Well, meanwhile, firefighters dealt with frigid temperatures and icy conditions as they battled another house fire in Washington County on Thursday morning. Crews were dispatched to a home on Shore Road in Perry around 8:30. When they arrived, they found the structure fully engulfed in flames. Coast Guard personnel were working in the area. They were the first to arrive on the scene and made sure that the homeowner escaped safely. Crews from Perry, Eastport, Pleasant Point, Pembroke, and Robbinston all helped to put out the fire. But as you can see, it had already gotten a big head start. Still no word on what caused that fire yesterday.
A Robbinston woman pleaded guilty to murder charges in Washington County on Thursday. 43-year-old Rebecca Moores was charged with the murder of 53-year-old Paula Johnson in February of 2022. Johnson was found dead in her home in Pembroke on February 9th. Previous autopsy reports revealed the cause of death was a gunshot wound to the head, and her death was ruled a homicide. State Attorney General suggested that evidence would show Moores had been purchasing drugs from Johnson and that the two were dating before it ended on a, quote, sour note. Moores originally denied any involvement in the murder and pleaded not guilty in October of 2022. The state recommended a 32-year sentence to the Department of Corrections for one count of intentional and knowing murder. The court decided to hold off on sentencing until January.
Well, meanwhile, the murder trial was delayed in Washington County on Thursday, but it's not exactly clear why that happened. It's expected to resume today with opening arguments. Our Grace Blanchard has the latest.
Thursday was supposed to be the start of opening arguments for the state of Maine versus Brackett and Dana murder trial after 3 days of jury selection. Perry residents 40-year-old Donald Dana and 39-year-old Kaylee Brackett have both been charged with one count of murder for the death of 43-year-old Kimberly Neptune. Neptune was found deceased in her home in Pleasant Point in April of 2022. Autopsy reports revealed that she was stabbed 484 times, and her death was ruled a homicide. The two suspects both pleaded not guilty in July of 2022 and were set to face a jury on Thursday at the Washington County Courthouse in Machias. The jury was finalized Thursday afternoon. However, the judge announced to the court that the trial would be delayed due to new developments. Both the state and defense attorneys were unable to comment on what those new developments are. However, the jury reconvenes for opening arguments Friday morning. In Machias, Grace Blanchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Authorities have identified the three suspects in an alleged home invasion this week in Norridge Walk. 37-year-old Javier Coralin of Connecticut, 29-year-old Zaid Issa of Pennsylvania, and 37-year-old Alexandria Gords of Waterville were all arrested on Wednesday. The Somerset County Sheriff's Office says they were called to a home on the Airport Road Wednesday morning after the suspects allegedly assaulted a homeowner during a robbery. They were caught later in the day. According to the Morning Sentinel, the suspects refused to give their names, but authorities were eventually able to identify them. All three are facing robbery and other charges and are being held in the Somerset County Jail.
Well, price transparency regarding hospital facility fees was the topic of a task force meeting in Augusta yesterday. The task force to evaluate the impact of facility fees on patients was formed to study and review industry practices for healthcare providers charging patients facility fees, how those funds are used, and the impacts on patients paying those fees. Senator Donna Bailey, who sits on the task force, says there is no clear definition across the board for what a facility fee really is.
I think that that's part of what is causing angst amongst the public, because if it's not clear, and maybe it's just me, then how can, the average consumer on the street understand this?
The committee is meeting next Wednesday to finalize its recommendations to the Health Coverage Insurance and Financial Services Committee, which will meet in January.
Smart investments and strong infrastructure took center stage at a conference on transportation in Maine. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard was there and has the story.
Around 600 people involved in the state, local, and federal transportation industries gathered in Augusta on Thursday for the 72nd Maine Transportation Conference.
It's to highlight the importance of transportation to Maine. People don't always think about transportation every day. It kind of has a furnace in the basement quality, but as soon as something breaks, they know big.
Bruce Van Note leads Maine's Department of Transportation. He says it's been a big year when it comes to transportation in the state. The conference had a number of different speakers and panel discussions, including climate, community-based initiatives, and legislative initiatives.
We're celebrating some successes on both the federal and state level on some funding, which will allow us to make investment that make Mainers' everyday lives better. So it's talking about those things. We just heard about we're all the way global, thinking about space.
Space was another topic that attendees got a crash course in, with a presentation from Master Sergeant Kyle Dooley of the United States Space Force.
The Space Force is a good tie into the transportation realm when it comes to things like the GPS, or when it comes to things like weather, or just overall, navigation, financials, and it's important to be a part of the team, right, and to enable that to happen. And we're always looking to help build partnerships, and the things we're going on today is one of those opportunities.
Van Note adds that one initiative the Maine DOT is currently focusing on is making sure transportation in Maine is safe and smooth, from the state highways all the way down to the smallest villages.
That's a big part. It's not just getting there from here. It's making sure that there's a great place once you get there.
In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, people in the Brewer area are mourning the loss of a man who touched many lives through the years. Jerry Goss was a city councilor and also served as Brewer's deputy mayor. He also served for many years as the principal of Brewer High School and as a teacher before that, spending much of his life serving the city, including as the chair of the Eastern Maine basketball tournaments. Senator Susan Collins released a statement saying, "I am deeply saddened by the sudden passing of my friend." She added, "Jerry always did what he felt was right, and he helped make Brewer a wonderful place to live. He was always a delightful guy. I enjoyed talking with him over the years, interviewing him on various subjects. He was my brother's principal there."
Yeah.
But think about the lives that guy touched. I mean, generations of people over the years.
Right.
And even after teaching and being a principal, he continued to serve the people of Brewer and helped with all their modernization projects and that sort of thing.
Right.
So,
when your impact just shows how much of a high integrity you hold yourself to, that's such a good influence on the community, and he will be fondly missed.
yeah, a life well lived.
Yep.
Yeah.
The time now is 8:10. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, we'll take you to the Kenduskeag Stream, where a special ceremony was held to mark the anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor.
But first, another check of that weather forecast. A chilly day today, mostly sunny skies with a high near 31 degrees. Partly cloudy overnight with lows dropping back into the single digits once again. Tomorrow, things will cloud up a bit. Temperatures will also start to rise. The highs tomorrow around 38.
My experience with Dave's World was extraordinary from start to finish, and I have unconditionally and frequently recommended Dave's World to numerous friends. I love my Mitsubishi electric heat pumps from Dave's World. They're efficient, they're quiet, and it's been a joy. Every single solitary person I dealt with at Dave's World was world class. I'm delighted with the decision that I made. Dave's World, awesome.
As we age, we want to keep our independent spirit. As Mainers, we want to live life our way. That means enjoying everything life offers us here in Maine. It means making choices that can help you live your best life. Choices like your healthcare coverage and your healthcare team, so you can be prepared for almost anything. United Healthcare and Northern Light Health are working together in Maine to help keep you healthier, so you can live life to the fullest. If you're eligible for Medicare, you may be able to enroll in a United Healthcare Northern Light Health Medicare Advantage plan today. Take the step to make sure you have the coverage you need to help keep you active and thriving as you age. Call United Healthcare at 1-800-203-7205 or visit uhcnewengland.com.
On the next Last Man Standing.
I want this house. Let's put in an offer.
Said we would agree on this, right? And I just don't see myself living in the house.
Ryan's ego can't handle Kristen in charge.
I'm an evolved 21st century male. I shouldn't think like this.
You may hide it with your hemp sandals and your man purse, but you're a guy just like the rest of us.
I pride myself on being better than that. Now it's just like I'm turning into you.
You're not turning into anything. You've always been a guy.
Stop calling me that.
Last Man Standing.
This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22.
"82 years ago, more than 2,400 Americans were killed during the attack on Pearl Harbor. Yesterday, Mainers gathered in downtown Bangor to honor and remember the lives that were lost on that historic day.
On National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, veterans were joined by the Bangor High School's JROTC and band to mark the 82nd anniversary of the attack in Hawaii.
82 years ago, the Imperial Japanese Navy launched a devastating surprise military strike on the United States Naval Base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. We are gathered here today to commemorate the sacrifice made by our service members who gave their lives on that day and recognize the sacrifice made by all service members in the defense of our country after the events of Pearl Harbor.
The Bangor High School JROTC helped to lead the memorial ceremony here at the Willard Orr Footbridge, which was rededicated in 2021 to the only known Bangor resident who was killed in the Pearl Harbor attack.
In just over an hour, 2,403 personnel lay dead or dying. Among them, PFC Willard C. Orr, for who this bridge is named. Rest easy, shipmates. You are not forgotten.
As part of the ceremony, a wreath was laid into the Kenduskeag Stream.
We commit this wreath to the waters flowing beneath us, not only to honor the memory of those who gave their lives, but also their fighting spirit.
Some spoke about the importance of teaching future generations about the 1941 attack.
One message that always gets repeated over and over again is never forget. And that's not going to happen unless we keep doing these ceremonies and we keep allowing our students, our young people, to keep learning about these events.
In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, numerous agencies across the region took part in a Penobscot parenting exposition at the University of Maine at Augusta on Thursday afternoon. The exposition looks to connect new families and caregivers of young children with some of the resources provided in Penobscot and Piscataquis counties. These include prenatal health care, educational opportunities, and financial advice that are free and available to parents across the state. A total of 27 agencies participated in that event. Kim Collard with Penquis says she hopes that this event helps provide relief to families that might be struggling.
We really just wanted everybody to be able to get together and see what was out there and really foster collaboration between the agencies as well so that we know who to refer people to.
First ever parenting exposition, but Collard hopes it will become an annual event. And Salvation Army locations across the Northeast took part in an annual one-day giving event to see who could raise the most money in a single day. Our Matthew Jronczyk with that story.
The Salvation Army is getting into the competitive spirit in an attempt to boost donations. On Kettle Blitz Day, it's every corps for itself, as locations across the Northeast compete in raising the most money.
We have a tight race between us and New Hampshire, no offense, Vermont. We enjoy a little bit of an advantage over some of the other states there.
The one-day event features kettlers dispersed at big-name retailers across the state in an attempt to raise the most money throughout a 24-hour period. The winning corps not only receives bragging rights, but an additional $2,000 cash prize. Second and third place will receive smaller rewards as well. Participants say Kettle Blitz Day is a reminder that generosity goes a long way, no matter the donation size.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes. People come in, they do a good job, the kindness, how people are, they're really friendly, and how they give.
We'll see oil, we'll see rent, we'll see someone getting into an apartment, we'll see someone going to camp. But we really appreciate every penny.
This may be a competition for the Salvation Army, but at the end of the day, it's about making a difference in someone's life.
I think it's great for us all to do a little giving this time of year, especially. There are so many people that are less fortunate than others.
In Bangor, Matthew Jronczyk, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, the time now is 8:17. After the break, Hanukkah began last night at sundown. We'll hear from those that gathered at the menorah lighting at Pierce Park in Bangor.
Plus, all the latest on the indictment of Hunter Biden. Those stories and more right after the break.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Use your Red Tag bonus cash to get $7,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado.
Visit your Maine Chevy dealer.
My father started a roofing company in the 1970s.
Back when asbestos was still commonly used in Maine.
When George was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew there wasn't a cure yet, but we knew he needed help.
We called Joe Bornstein's office because this family means business.
Their team is handling everything, representing Mainers who were victims of asbestos exposure.
We highly recommend the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's dropping off presents in a sporty Civic or picking up a few for yourself in a fun-to-drive HRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Santa Claus is coming to town, and he's making special stops here at ABC 7 and Fox 22's morning show before the big night. Starting in December, Santa will be here reading your children's emails and letters. Have your kids send their message to Santa by emailing santa@wvii.com or by sending it to our mailing address at 371 Target Industrial Circle in Bangor. And make sure to watch Good Morning Maine on ABC 7 and Fox 22 to see what Santa has to say.
To celebrate the first night of Hanukkah, people gathered for a menorah lighting at Pierce Park in Bangor. Our Doug Banks spoke with those who say the event last night is helping to bring people together during difficult times.
We gather here in Bangor to kick off this year's Festival of Lights in unity and strength.
Amidst the frigid cold and the numerous Christmas decorations lining downtown Bangor stands a menorah, spreading light.
It was only supposed to burn for 1 day, but now it burns for 8 days. And in that way, we try to spread the light, kind of for all Jews, for all people.
This is what America is. This is what America stands for. It's a country of freedom. And it's so important allowing that Judaism to continue on. And we're so privileged to live in this great country and this great state of Maine.
The event started with a prayer for Israel, followed by statements on behalf of Representative Golden and Senator King.
It's a small Jewish community here in Bangor. We do have 3 synagogues, but it's small, but we keep it vibrant, we keep it alive. And obviously with the difficulty and the tragedy of what occurred.
Today marks 2 months from October 7th. It's fair to say that the world will never be the same.
As Rabbi Wilansky dropped guilt for the children, community members were reminded that strength is found by standing together.
Go to our neighbor, go to our relative, go to our friend, say a kind word, be nice to them, and with that we'll be able to add light into this world.
In Bangor, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Yeah, beautiful message and a beautiful menorah.
Yeah, we'll be hearing more about the origins of Hanukkah coming up in our newscast.
Yep. All right, the time now is 8:22.
Let's get a full look at our weather forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Blind Faith Tattoo. With over 25 years of experience, we are fluent in all styles, including traditional and fine line tattoos. Stop by for a free consultation from one of our friendly expert tattoo artists. We offer a fast turnaround, and walk-ins are always welcome. Here we go this morning. Kind of saw this coming, right? A gale watch is posted till 11 p.m. on Monday. Gusty winds will be taking place late Sunday and parts of Monday, and this will cause some active surf to take place. Some of those winds could possibly gust up to 60 miles per hour at times. We'll need to watch that as we head towards Sunday and parts of Monday as well. But for now, we're not too bad out there at around 2 to 3 foot wave heights. A little bit active further out towards sea. Some 6 foot wave heights are being reported according toward the buoys. But for now, look at this. Very nice out there. I promise our radar and satellite is working. It's just very quiet over us right now. And this is pretty much a theme of today. A lot of sunshine expected for us today. Keep the sunglasses handy. You'll want those as you head out the door today. We have a warm front just to our south for the time being. We have high pressure just off toward the north. That's keeping us nice. But off toward the west, so a lot of activity starting to develop now. We're going to be watching some of this moving into our backyard coming up soon, which will bring the rain, maybe a little bit of snow, and some strong gusty winds as well as it does develop. But in the short term, though, not too bad. A lot of sunshine on the way today. Maybe a few clouds developing to the north later on tonight. Once we head towards Saturday, some more clouds look to move in. We'll be watching for increasing clouds throughout the day Saturday. And once we get towards Saturday night and parts of Sunday, that's when we'll have to watch for the wind to increase as the system starts to approach. So in the bigger picture, though, again, by around Sunday afternoon or so, we're going to be watching for rain showers that'll build in. Notice the isobars here, these black lines, which are lines of equal pressure. They become stacked, which indicates some strong gusty winds that we'll have to watch out for. More rainfall on the way as we head towards Monday morning, and some heavy rainfall from time to time as well as we head towards Monday morning as well. And once we head towards Monday afternoon, it'll start to slowly taper off, but we'll have to wait till about Tuesday or so for the winds to slowly back down. But a lot of rain on the way as well. Early indications showing maybe up to 1 to 3 inches of rainfall before we're all finished up. So we have a lot of rainfall on the way. Of course, these numbers may adjust between now and then, but a lot of rainfall possible and a lot of wind possible as well. So stay tuned for that. So for today, though, not bad. Lower 30s, mostly sunny. Northwest wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, we have 9 degrees, getting chilly out there again tonight. Partly cloudy. Northwest wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, upper 30s, mostly cloudy though, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Blind Faith Tattoo. The rain showers move in on Sunday with highs in the lower 50s. Rain and wind expected on Monday, highs in the mid 50s, and then cooling off middle 30s Tuesday with a mostly sunny sky.
Are your gutters weighed down by debris causing them to sag and overflow? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems. Clogged gutters lead to costly repairs for your home, so skip the cleaning and stop the clogs with Gutter Shutter. Gutter Shutter, the world's best gutter, is a high-performance gutter with a lifetime no-clog guarantee. Stop the clutter, get Gutter Shutter. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
Toyota's all-wheel drive vehicles not only conquer the elements, Toyota conquers its competitors by sheer selection. You see, Toyota has 22 different all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models. That's more than Subaru, more than Honda, more than Jeep. Conquer most anything with the adventure-seeking all-wheel drive RAV4 or the electrified all-wheel drive RAV4 Hybrid, both with Toyota Safety Sense technology included. See your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. With so many mesothelioma lawyers on television, how do you choose the right firm for you and your family? Our goal is to get you as much as you deserve. $30 billion was set aside for mesothelioma victims like you. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, we'll come to you within 24 hours so our team can get to work right away. Call us now. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Call 1-800-602-5800.
Football fans, with a Caesars Sportsbook app, you can be in the game all the time. Seeking instant action? Quick Picks offers you the most popular games and markets, already built for you and ready to bet. Experience the thrill when you stack your bets to create a super parlay. Build bets for your favorite teams and players across multiple games. This season, don't just watch the game. Download Caesars Sportsbook and experience the game like never before.
Hunter Biden is indicted in California on Thursday. A grand jury in California charging the president's son with 3 counts of felony tax offenses and 6 misdemeanor tax offenses. According to the indictment, Hunter skipped out on paying at least $1.4 million in federal taxes from 2016 to 2019. He's also being charged with filing false tax returns in 2018. If convicted, Biden could face a maximum penalty of 17 years in prison. The indictment comes as Biden, known for a long-standing struggle with substance abuse, also faces federal firearms charges in Delaware that claim he broke a law against drug users having guns in 2018.
Well, meanwhile, former President Donald Trump was in attendance on Thursday at his civil fraud trial in New York. He's scheduled to take the stand next week. Yesterday, he was upbeat about one element of the case. Fox News correspondent C.B. Cotton has the latest from New York.
I just want to tell you that the Appellate Division, New York State, just gave us a very good ruling.
Former President Donald Trump celebrating a legal win today. A New York appellate court allowing Trump's business certificates to remain intact as this civil fraud trial continues.
We appreciate it. I think the country appreciates it. Businesses are watching this case.
Trump is expected to testify in his own defense Monday. He denies allegations he inflated assets to get better loan and insurance terms and says this trial is meant to hurt his presidential campaign.
This whole case is a fraud. It's election interference. It's keeping me here instead of Iowa and New Hampshire.
New York Attorney General Letitia James writing on X, Donald Trump engaged in years of financial fraud and enriched himself and his family. We have already proven the massive scale of his fraud. No matter how much he lies, the facts don't. The judge has already found Trump liable for fraud in this civil case. The trial will determine what penalties he'll face, if any. But the former president predicts the outcome won't be in his favor.
This attorney general who's crazed, she's a lunatic. The attorney general sits here because she knows that she has a judge that no matter all the evidence, that judge is going to rule in her favor.
An accounting expert testified for the defense on Thursday, saying the Attorney General's complaint has no merit. He'll return to the stand tomorrow, the defense expecting to wrap on Monday after former President Donald Trump testifies. In New York, C.B. Cotton, Fox News.
2 months since the beginning of the Israel-Hamas war, heavy fighting in and around the southern Gaza city of Khan Yunis has displaced tens of thousands of people and cut most of Gaza off from deliveries of food, water, and other vital aid. The head of the United Nations is warning of an impending humanitarian catastrophe and urging Security Council members to demand a ceasefire. Fox News senior foreign affairs correspondent Greg Palcott is in Sderot, Israel, with the latest.
The Israeli military continues its push against Hamas, attacking pockets of resistance in northern Gaza and hitting the group's stronghold in the south even harder.
Our commando forces are conducting raids in Khan Yunis and battling Hamas terrorists, with forces striking targets using precise, real-time intelligence.
The fight taking its toll, 90 Israeli soldiers now reported killed. The strikes also taking their toll on civilians. Areas reportedly hit, once considered safe havens, amid soaring casualties. Israel says Hamas is using the sites to fire rockets, as concern grows about the fate of the 138 hostages, including 8 Americans. The U.S. says it's trying to track them down.
Talks are still ongoing. Discussions are happening literally every day.
Meanwhile, on this first night of Hanukkah in Israel, a show of defiance and resilience. A giant menorah erected in the hard-hit town of Sderot, near Gaza. The first light lit. Soldiers and others gathering to sing songs, say prayers, and remember. 2 months ago, the town, like others, was attacked by Hamas, including a huge firefight at Sderot's police station, where the menorah is now. In the end, the police won out, killing 30 terrorists, but also killed 12 officers, including the son of this woman. Why did they have to kill him, she asks.
That was bits of steel. That's where the police station was.
Yeah. The deputy mayor of the town tells us that, despite most of the residents evacuated, it's even more important for Hanukkah's Festival of Lights to be marked.
After what happened in October 7, in this building, in this area, we here in Sderot and probably in Israel, we want to bring the light to the world.
And the deputy mayor also looked ahead beyond Hanukkah, once again to a time of peace. We want to return, he said. This is our home. In Sderot, Israel, Greg Palcott, Fox News.
Well, as we heard earlier, yesterday's sundown marked the beginning of Hanukkah, with Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff delivering remarks at the lighting ceremony for the National Menorah. Emhoff told attendees he recognized that this year's Hanukkah celebrations are tempered by Israel's war with Hamas. He also used the moment to denounce anti-Semitism, as Jewish groups have been increasing security amid a rise in attacks.
So even as we face what feels like such empty darkness right now, I am hopeful. Look at the story of Hanukkah. The story of Hanukkah and the story of Jewish people has always been one of hope and resilience.
The National Menorah near the Ellipse was first lit in 1979 by President Jimmy Carter and has since grown in size, today standing over 30 feet tall.
All right, a competition for the best tasting water in the state was held yesterday in Bangor.
We'll have that story. We'll tell you who has the best tasting water. And Good Morning Maine continues.
Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage, doing business the right way every day.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
All right. right, well, today is Friday, December 8th, 2023. There are now just 17 days to go until Christmas. And as we heard earlier, this is also the first full day of Hanukkah.
It begins on the 25th day of the month of the Kislev in the Hebrew calendar, which usually falls in later November or early December. At sundown on the first night, Jewish households in the U.S. often say blessings in Hebrew before lighting the first candle of the menorah. It commemorates a time more than 2,000 years ago, following a victory for the Jews in their rebellion against the Greeks in the Maccabean War. The Jewish people began a ritual of cleansing and rededicating their temple in Jerusalem, but they only had enough holy oil to light the temple lamps for a single day. But according to the story of Hanukkah, the lamps remained miraculously lit for 8 days.
It's a wonderful way to celebrate the holidays. We wish a happy Hanukkah to all of our Jewish friends out there today.
Absolutely, and I love it because it's like there's a lot of magic in the season right now, and it's fun.
Kind of neat to learn about the different traditions and everything too, and they've got a lot of neat ones.
Absolutely.
So, all right, on this day in history, back in 1765, Eli Whitney was born in Westborough, Massachusetts. He was the inventor of the cotton gin and also developed the concept of the mass production of interchangeable parts. In 1776, George Washington's retreating army in the American Revolution crossed the Delaware River from New Jersey to Pennsylvania. As you said earlier, it's in a pretty famous painting now.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, iconic painting.
Yep.
And that's those are two fun facts right there that you'll often have on trivia. So it's good to, I know maybe it's boring to some, but if you're big into trivia nights at bars or whatever, because I got a point on a trivia night knowing who Eli Whitney was a few weeks ago.
We might be doing some trivia here on the morning show pretty soon. There's a guy that does trivia throughout the area, and he has a neat project going on, and hope to have him on a guest here pretty soon.
I'd love that.
He's talking about putting us to the test, though. So
that sounds great.
We'll see what happens.
I plan on losing.
Sometimes
I'm great.
Sometimes I'm great at trivia. Sometimes I'm not. It's like watching Jeopardy.
Right.
Some nights I nail it. I'm like, gosh, I should go on the show.
Right.
And then other nights I can't answer a single thing.
God forbid there's 6 questions on the MLB or something, though.
Yeah, I'd be lost.
Yeah.
All right, in 1941, the U.S. declared war against Japan and entered World War II a day after the attack on Pearl Harbor. And in 1980, former Beatle John Lennon was shot to death outside his New York City apartment building. As we said earlier, can imagine the music he would have produced had he lived and gone on. The guy was a genius, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So,
yep. That's why they kind of consider it an assassination.
Yeah.
In 1994, 12 alternate jurors were selected for the O.J. Simpson murder trial, which became one of the most watched trials in U.S. history. And in 2014, the U.S. and NATO ceremonially ended their combat mission in Afghanistan 13 years after the September 11th attacks. Today's birthdays include country singer Sam Hunt, who's 39 years old today, actress Terry Hatcher is 59, and rapper Nicki Minaj is 41.
Yeah. Remember watching Terry Hatcher. She did some neat cameos on the Seinfeld show, and then later on she made it big on Desperate Housewives.
Right.
We don't see her around too much anymore, but happy birthday to all of them. And Sam Hunt is just thriving these days. He's a big-time country guy.
Yep. And Nicki Minaj has been thriving for quite some time.
Yeah.
She's a big star in the rap world.
Yeah, with a foul mouth.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get a check of that forecast. There could be some funky weather on Monday, Sunday night.
Yeah, Sunday night heading into Monday, so people are being warned to watch out for potential power outages. Could be some strong winds. In the meantime, things should be warming up through the weekend, though.
Yeah, not too cold.
No.
Yep. Here's Devin Biggs with that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Blind Faith Tattoo. With over 25 years of experience, we are fluent in all styles, including traditional and fine line tattoos. Stop by for a free consultation from one of our friendly expert tattoo artists. We offer a fast turnaround, and walk-ins are always welcome. As you get into things this morning, a gale watch is posted. Kind of saw this coming, right? With some gusty winds that are forecasted to take place over the weekend, though, and even in parts of Monday evening. So this gale watch is up because of active surf that will be forecasted as we do get closer. But for now, though, we're looking quiet out there this morning. We're going to stay quiet out there all day long with a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds, and really that'll be about it. Let's zoom things out. The entire Northeast is looking very quiet right now, kind of the calm before the storm, because again, late this weekend and the parts of early next week, a pretty strong system will move in, bringing us some rain, maybe a little bit of snow to a few areas, and some strong gusty winds that'll move through as well. But in the short term, though, we're looking nice today with with a lot of sunshine. Get outside and enjoy it. Maybe a few clouds on the way later on tonight and more on the way as we head towards your Saturday. As for the winds, for now, they're not bad. Out of the northwest at around 5 miles per hour or so. They're looking pretty good as we head towards your Saturday, but they'll start to increase as we head towards Sunday and parts of Monday as well. So for today, lower 30s, lots of sunshine. Northwest wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. That hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a lot of sunshine, temperatures in the 20s and 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. And the city of Brewer officially has the best tasting water in Maine this year. The Maine Rural Water Association holds a competition each year as part of their annual trades show. A panel of judges tasted water from a number of different regions in Maine in 2 different categories: water with a disinfectant like chlorine and water without a disinfectant. Ultimately, the Brewer Water Department won best overall. Maine water officials say the competition helps to bring attention to the value of clean drinking water.
It's about quality and safety, and we are fortunate to have a good resource in the area and plenty of it.
At times, consumers of drinking water sometimes take their water for granted, and they don't think much about the work that goes into making sure that it is safe. And so I think it's great to call attention to the fact that we have great tasting water.
The Brewer Water Department beat out last year's winner, the Skyline Mobile Home Park in Presque Isle. After this win, the department will go on to represent the state at the National Taste Test in Washington, D.C. in February of next year.
Congratulations to the Brewer Water Department. I know all of these water departments, they take it very seriously, as they should, but they get bragging rights for the next year and something to celebrate. And, you know, we are the benefactors of all that because
we have some of the cleanest water in the nation, and that's something to be really thankful for. I mean, a lot of people throughout the country and world have water that isn't unhealthy to drink out of the tap, so we're very lucky.
Good way to put it, too.
Yep. Okay, still to come here this morning, Ryan Sudol will have the latest with sports.
Don't go away.
No matter what type of severe asthma you have, Tespire can help you have fewer attacks and relieve your asthma symptoms. Tespire is an add-on treatment for people 12 and over. It is not a rescue medication. Don't take Tespire if you're allergic to it. Allergic reactions may occur and can be serious. Rash or eye allergy can happen. Don't stop your asthma treatments unless your doctor tells you to. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection or your asthma worsens. Sore throat, joint, and back pain may occur. Avoid live vaccines. No matter who you are, ask your asthma specialist about Tespire today.
At U.S. Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at U.S. Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
For the first time, the Maine Association of Broadcasters named a television station of the year for excellence. ABC 7 and Fox 22 are honored to be the very first station awarded this achievement.
The baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time. From the heavens! All new Friday Night SmackDown, tonight at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. For one Maine baseball player, community service has been a huge part of his life for years, and his first project up here in Maine just exceeded expectations. Tyler Cruz has more.
You know, it's bigger than me, and I think that's the most important thing. You know, I'm
I'm just the one kind of thinking of it and creating it.
This year, Maine baseball's first ever Goodies Gloves drive was a huge success, raising 82 gloves, an estimated total of over $6,000 for Orono and Old Town Little Leagues.
It's really inspiring to me to see how one college baseball player can have such a greater impact.
Connor Goodman, a grad senior with Maine baseball, came to Orono with not just baseball on his mind, but community service too.
I came up on my my first visit here to Maine with Coach Durba. I actually pitched him the idea. I've dreamed of being a collegiate baseball player, and I've dreamed of winning an America East title, but I've also dreamed of helping other people.
Goodman's no stranger to helping others either. He started his first community service project at 10 years old, shortly after losing his father.
After the grieving process, I was like, you know what? How can we help other people who are going through something similar? And so Logan Morrison was the first baseman for the Miami Marlins at the time, and I had learned that he lost his father the same year that I did. And I pitched him the idea of Marlins MVPs. And so the idea in the program is that we would bring these families who have lost a parent to the Marlins games. They would get to enjoy BP on the field, you know, kind of live the life of a major leaguer, get to talk to Logan.
A few years later, he started another project in his hometown of Miami, the precursor for Goodies Gloves, Connor's Champions. Choose gloves, not drugs. And that was also a big hit, benefiting the boys and girls clubs in the area. And it was there where Goodman really saw the impact he could have.
One of the kids, I give him a glove, probably a 6-7-year-old, you know, he's holding the glove for a little bit, admiring it, and then he comes back to me, he's like, oh, who do I give this back to? And I'm like, no, you know, you get to keep it. It's yours. And, you know, the kid starts tearing up, gives me a big hug and says, you're my hero.
So to bring his mission up to Maine and see it blossom means the world. And it's crazy for him just to see how much of a difference can be made with simply a baseball glove.
It's really great to see these kids who may not have it all just be so grateful and so moved by just a baseball glove.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for that, Tyler. Let's stick with the Black Bears now and talk some women's basketball. Maine is out to their best start to a season since 2018, and they have proven they can hang with some big dogs. The 6-4 Black Bears have picked up huge wins in their non-conference slate against teams like Harvard, Rhode Island, and Fordham. They also led much of their game against 17th-ranked Indiana last week. The Black Bears know they're in good standing, but they can't let that get to their head if they want to make a run through America East play, especially with so many things to still improve on.
It boosts our confidence individually, but also as a team, we know what we're capable of doing, and we just have to bring it every night. We can't take one day off. We've got to bring it in practice and prepare for every game.
Last year, we struggled. I think we have a more experienced team, and we're learning a lot of lessons along the way, and so hopefully those lessons will be able to help us as the season goes on.
Okay, now let's stay on the hardwood and go over to Husson. Eagles hosting a doubleheader against Maine Maritime Academy Thursday night, and it started out with the red-hot men's team. Husson looking to get to 8-1 and 3-0 in conference here. Second half, Eagles up 20. Jeremy Moranta the steal, up ahead to Andre McCauley on the break, and he lays it up and in. Then Mariners with it. This is Jack Banks. He kicks it to Seamus Raftice on the wing for 3, and he drills it. Later on, Husson's Tope Alo. He's double-teamed near the paint, but he finds Scott Lewis wide open for a 3 of his own. Nothing but nylon to extend their lead. Finally, Alo off the screen from Lewis. Pulls from deep, and of course that one goes down. Eagles shoot 9 of 16 from 3 in this one. They win big, 90-51. Now to the nightcap. Husson Women's Hoops looking to complete the sweep against the Mariners. Right off the tip, Husson's Trinity Montigny to Sophia McVicker to Lauren Cook, the former Mariner, for 3 to get the Eagles on the board. She had 15 on the night. Late first quarter, MMA's Haley Blanchard to Grace Huntwork, and with the left hand, she goes off glass. Nice. Husson up 6 after 1. Second quarter, Eagles still lead. Jordan Langle inside to Callaway LePage. Nice pass inside on that lay-in by the Skowhegan alum. But late second quarter, Mackenzie Monzon to Ariana Moore for the corner 3 to give MMA the lead. She had 23 on the night. Mariners go on to win this one 63-53. And finally, the New England Patriots. Whatever. The 2-10 Pats looking to break their 5-game losing streak and score more than 10 points against the Steelers on Thursday night. Bailey Zappi getting the start again for the Pats, but how about this start? First drive, he finds Ezekiel Elliott, and he dives across for the touchdown. Pats up 7-0. Second quarter, Pats up 14-3. Zappi looking for Hunter Henry, and what a dime. His second touchdown catch of the night, 21-3. To the fourth, 21-10 now. Steelers quarterback Mitch Trubisky at the goal line. He's going to sneak it across for the touchdown. It's 21-18 after the 2-point conversion. Finally, Steelers looking to tie or even win it with 2 minutes to go. 4th down and 2. Trubisky is going to overthrow Johnson. No flags on the play. Patriots would run out the clock. They win 21-18. For better or for worse, they win. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
It's time to start planning that new home or garage you've been thinking about. Hammond Lumber Company is here to help, offering complete building packages with everything you need. With several options on their website and thousands of unique plans in their in-house drawing catalog, Hammond will help you make your dreams a reality. Choose your materials from Hammond's extensive showroom displays, and Hammond will deliver your order from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Start planning your new home or garage at Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
As a new parent, you find a chance to sleep anywhere you can. But for your baby, a crib, bassinet, or play yard with a firm mattress is the only safe place for them to sleep. Anywhere else could be dangerous. Follow the ABCs of safe sleep. Babies should be alone, on their back, in a clean, clear crib. Learn more safe sleep practices at safesleepforme.org.
Toyota's all-wheel drive vehicles not only conquer the elements, Toyota conquers its competitors by sheer selection. You see, Toyota has 22 different all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models. That's more than Subaru, more than Honda, more than Jeep. Conquer most anything with a tough Tacoma 4x4, the best-selling midsize pickup for 18 years, and named best truck among midsize pickups. See your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
The best value for your money is only at the Furniture Gallery. And as the end of year approaches, it's time for our end of year blowout sale, where you can save up to 70% off brand name mattresses and furniture. At the Furniture Gallery, we're slashing prices like never before. Quantities are limited and they won't last long, so hurry in and save big. You won't see these savings again, so don't miss your chance to purchase those special items you've been looking for all year. Shop local, save money at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and North Windham.
Americans are spending more for their new homes as the total U.S. household net worth takes a hit.
Fox Business Network's David Ashman has those stories and more in today's Fox Means Business.
Americans aren't worth as much as they used to be. The Federal Reserve says total U.S. household net worth fell to $151 trillion last quarter. That's $1.3 trillion less than the previous quarter. A drop in equity prices was a big reason why. However, Americans gained a little more equity on Thursday. The Dow, S&P 500, and NASDAQ all closing higher. Meanwhile, the real estate company Redfin says 2023 has been the least affordable year for home buying on record. A home buyer with a median income had to spend 41% of their earnings on monthly housing costs. That's up from the 31% needed just 2 years ago. Encouraging news for folks looking for work. The company Robert Half says 57% of employers plan to add new jobs in the first half of 2024, almost the same amount as this year. And finally, Americans are still getting bombarded with those annoying robocalls. The company UMail says we received more than 4.5 billion of them in November. But on the bright side, that's 2.3% fewer than we got in October. That's business. I'm David Asman.
All right, time for another check of that forecast.
Another one. Here's Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Blind Faith Tattoo. With over 25 years of experience, we are fluent in all styles, including traditional and fine line tattoos. Stop by for a free consultation from one of our friendly expert tattoo artists. We offer a fast turnaround, and walk-ins are always welcome. Here we go this morning. Kind of saw this coming, right? A gale watch is posted till 11 p.m. on Monday. Gusty winds will be taking place late Sunday and parts of Monday, and this will cause some active surf to take place. Some of those winds could possibly gust up to 60 miles per hour at times. We'll need to watch that as we head towards Sunday and parts of Monday as well. But for now, we're not too bad out there at around 2 to 3 foot wave heights. A little bit active further out towards sea. Some 6 foot wave heights are being reported according toward the buoys. But for now, look at this. Very nice out there. I promise our radar and satellite is working. It's just very quiet over us right now. And this is pretty much the theme of today. A lot of sunshine expected for us today. Keep the sunglasses handy. You'll want those as you head out the door today. We have a warm front just to our south for the time being. We have high pressure just off toward the north. That's keeping us nice. But off toward the west, so a lot of activity starting to develop now. We'll be watching some of this moving into our backyard coming up soon, which will bring the rain, maybe a little bit of snow, and some strong gusty winds as well as it does develop. But in the short term, though, not too bad. A lot of sunshine on the way today. Maybe a few clouds developing to the north later on tonight. Once we head towards Saturday, some more clouds look to move in. We'll be watching for increasing clouds throughout the day Saturday. And once we get towards Saturday night and parts of Sunday, that's when we'll have to watch for the wind to increase as the system starts to approach. So in the bigger picture, though, again, by around Sunday afternoon or so, we're going to be watching for rain showers that'll build in. Notice the isobars here, these black lines, which are lines of equal pressure. They become stacked, which indicates some strong gusty winds that we'll have to watch out for. More rainfall on the way as we head towards Monday morning, and some heavy rainfall from time to time as well as we head towards Monday morning as well. Once we head towards Monday afternoon, it'll start to slowly taper off, but we'll have to wait till about Tuesday or so for the winds to slowly back down. But a lot of rain on the way as well. Early indications showing maybe up to 1 to 3 inches of rainfall before we're all finished up. So we have a lot of rainfall on the way. Of course, these numbers may adjust between now and then, but a lot of rainfall possible and a lot of wind possible as well. So stay tuned for that. So for today, though, not bad. Lower 30s, mostly sunny. Northwest wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, we have 9 degrees, getting chilly out there again tonight. Partly cloudy. Northwest wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, upper 30s, mostly cloudy though, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Blind Faith Tattoo. The rain showers move in on Sunday with highs in the lower 50s. Rain and wind expected on Monday, highs in the mid 50s, and then cooling off middle 30s Tuesday with a mostly sunny sky.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. Plus America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or $2,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Tucson. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. With so many mesothelioma lawyers on television, how do you choose the right firm for you and your family? Our goal is to get you as much as you deserve. $30 billion was set aside for mesothelioma victims like you. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, we'll come to you within 24 hours so our team can get to work right away. Call us now. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Call 1-800-602-5800.
Harvey High is now in session. Today's subjects: biology.
Name an animal with the long neck.
Dinosaur, long neck, yeah.
Let me ask you something. When the last time you seen one?
Anatomy.
Name a part of Steve Harvey that a woman might want to kiss.
Your six-pack.
The six-pack? Does she know who Steve Harvey is? You got to dig for it, but it's in there.
Get schooled with Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
Pantone wants you to embrace the warmth with its pick fur color of the new year. Pantone says the color of the year for 2024 is peach fuzz. Pantone says the shade, quote, captures our desire to nurture ourselves and others. Peach fuzz is the 25th color of the year from Pantone, which is selected by trend experts who predict what will become popular next. Pretty.
There you go. Kind of a calming color.
Yeah.
All right, well, Santa gave the reindeer the day off and found a new mode of transportation for his trip to a children's hospital in Los Angeles on Wednesday. The jolly old St. Nicholas took to the skies, but this time on an LAPD helicopter. The helicopter landed on the roof of the Luskin Orthopedic Institute, where the man in red then rappelled down the side of the building. Santa brought about 1,000 gifts for patients and their family members. This trip down south for Santa is part of the Toys and Joy's annual event. Santa, a very busy guy this time of year.
Very busy.
He's all over the place. I guess he doesn't always use the sleigh. You know, he utilizes the helicopter from time to time.
They must have had him strapped in. I mean, the Christmas magic can only go so far. I don't know if the Christmas magic extends to the helicopter.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey,
Safety
we're out of there.
first.
Keep those letters to Santa coming,
Yeah.
though. We'll air those next week.
Yep. Have a great weekend.